Hi there, this is Shakti Sharma. How are you today? I am coming live at you in the Feminine Wealth Collective group. It's just been so much fun doing this live series, and I am here again bringing another thought, another inspirational message, another contemplation, something that you can reflect on and use in your business. I had a fantastic day, and my day was so good, so good. I've been writing on social media for a very long time. I've been making post after post. I don't know, I must have made thousands of posts on social media so far. And today I felt like I got to a point where I cracked the code of what feels so aligned for me. So all this while, by the way, not only, I've been doing this work for a decade, I have been doing marketing work even longer. So I, back in 2005, I started my corporate career. And in 2006, I officially moved to a marketing role. Somehow, and this is one of those things I didn't really figure out at that point, but now I can look back in hindsight and see that communication was always a sticky point for me. I was never good at it. But I had so much curiosity about communication and marketing, and not just marketing, but also understanding the psychology part of marketing and what message resonates with people and how it drives the measurement part of it, how it drives sales, how it drives profit and all kinds of stuff. So my role back in 2006 was more around the measurement piece of marketing. And then when I switched to my business, I left my corporate job, I resigned from it. And when I switched to my business, that became like my deepest passion. But it was always something that I was never good at. Like I never felt like, oh my gosh, I got this. I know how to market myself on social media. At the same time, what I really found out is that I never really aligned with the marketing strategies out there. My way of marketing my work is really very coming from a very authentic place, coming from a place where I can be honest and vulnerable and just very authentic with how I feel, what I have to say, and then taking that and finding the wisdom and sharing the wisdom with people. But today, I really felt like I've created a system for me and for my business that has, at least in my mind, and again, none of that matters, right? Everything kind of comes at the end of the day. It's all an experiment. We're testing what works and what doesn't work. But it really feels so good, so true, and so aligned for me. And I'm excited for some of this new batch of content to begin dropping on Monday. So I'm looking forward to your feedback. If you follow me on Instagram, please look out for my content. If you follow me on Facebook, please follow me on both places, on Instagram and Facebook, and let me know what your feedback is. How do you like it? And if there's anything you notice that you like, please do let me know. If you notice any opportunity, let me know that too. And I'm excited about this growth. I feel like there's an internal growth I was able to take energetically in really owning and opening my throat chakra, in a way that it's neither so much, my content is so much swinging on the left side or the right side. It feels like a good balance I was able to find, and I'm totally celebrating that. I also had something else come up that I want to share with you. And number one thing that moves the needle in your business is marketing. But something came up in my experience today. And again, it was about one of the pieces of content I was writing. And there was a point where I felt like what I was writing wasn't completely my truth. And back in the day, that would have been okay. Now it's like, no, I gotta feel every word that I say so that it feels so embodied within me, and then it goes out to people. Not that I'm a marketing genius by any means, but this is what really works for me, and it brings me to a place of fulfillment. And I only care about that at this point. I only care about how do I feel when I'm writing the content, when I'm sharing the content. How do I feel internally? If I'm heck yeah, I feel good, and somehow a lot of my content also converts really well. It lands with people. People come resonate with me. They say that, Shakti, I resonated with this thing you said or this thing you wrote. I love hearing that. So if you are somebody who has given me that feedback, I want to say thank you. I am receiving your feedback with a lot of grace and gratitude. And so what happened with me is, like, I'm writing this post. What I want to write isn't like really wasn't really aligning with my truth. And what's really important in your marketing, especially when you have a transformational business, when you are a coach, you're a healer, you're a holistic health practitioner, you're somebody who really supports clients from going from one point to another point, going from one state, one set of feelings and thoughts and emotions about it, to a whole new space of empowerment, education, training, any type of that type of business you have. I call you a transformational leader, right? In my books, you're a transformational leader. And when you are a transformational leader, it's so important to share your story. And if you are a transformational leader, you also are somebody who has gone through something really hard in your life. You have overcome something, an experience that most people are still afraid of. Not everybody can have the growth that you can. And in your marketing, when you share your stories, it's very magnetic for people to hear about. It moves people like anything. You can like educate people all day, this is how it works, but storytelling is something that brings it all together for your audience. And the story I was writing today was, I had my inner conflict, and that conflict brought up this awareness that, Shakti, you haven't shared the story. You haven't shared the story. And the reason it's getting so hard to share it is because you haven't owned that story about you. And that means there was a part of shame within me I was recognizing. And we're all very humble students of life here. No one is on a pedestal here. No one is perfect here. I'm learning right with you. So if I want to invite you through this live to think about the hard things that you have overcome in life. And my hunch is that your work actually supports people through similar hard things. And if there's any story that you have a hard time telling about you, if there's any story that you're still bleeding from, that there's still pain from that story, I want to invite you to ask yourself, what are the lessons you have learned from that story? And even though you're right still in the middle of it, the reality is, even though you're kind of working on it every single day, the reality is that you have learned something from that story. You are continuously learning something from that story every single day of your life. And however much that learning is, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get to this place of full completion around it. Maybe it's your whole life's work, and that's okay. But the idea is that every little thing that you're learning in your story, if you can own that, and share that with your audience, that moves the needle in your business in a big way, because then people see you as somebody who really gets them, right? Your experiences are something that your audience directly can resonate with, and they can see you as somebody who is not just holding a credential or a title, but you actually go right in the trenches. You have had that experience and you're continuously moving forward. So that is my invitation to you, is to own a story in your life. I did the same practice. I went back to this experience that I had a hard time owning, and I made a list of things that I have learned already. And yes, they were still like, on a list of 10 different learnings I had, there's still five that I'm continuously learning and probably will continuously learn my whole life. But the fact that I know what it is and the fact that I can be intentional in my growth around it, that makes a huge difference. So that would be my invitation to you, is to learn, continuously grow, in areas where you're holding, where you're deepening your presence, and wherever there's greatest amount of pain that you're navigating. We're all humans. Look, no one has to be perfect. We're all human beings here. We're all here learning in the earth school, the school of life. And what makes a difference and what brings you, I don't even want to use the word authority. People, I mean, a lot of marketers say this is going to be an authority building post. I don't care what people say, but you being so authentic and honest about your growth helps other people, give them permission slip, their own permission slip, to have that growth too, which is really what attracts them to you. And that is the way you get to magnetize people in your world and really move the needle in signing up more clients. So the work I do is not going to be bro marketing techniques and bro strategies. Um, they are very, you know, an a natural extension of you. And that's really where my genius is to not have you fit in different standards and different models of doing business, but really support you in finding what actually very naturally works for you, so that when you stand up, people know exactly who you are, people know what your vibe is about, and they have so much easier time trusting you than to figure you out, and like, then having to do that extra mental work to figure you out and then decide whether they can trust you. So be you, own your stories, own your work, share about your offer, share about your work, and keep doing your own work, keep inspiring people through it, keep sharing your stories. They are so powerful. I want to also invite you, um, if you are somebody who wants to put their work out there and create a launch their offers, and bring in more new clients and new income, and if you are interested in doing it in a way that aligns with you, in a way that doesn't overwhelm you, it doesn't burn you out, but a way where you can stand in your genius, just being exactly 100% you are, and if that is something you care about, do let me know. I would love to support you in the Feminine Wealth Accelerator. It's a very powerful body of work, and you are going to, 3x your sales, by really standing so grounded, anchored on your truth, anchored on your medicine, your true gift. You're going to open so much capacity of being visible online and confidently selling your work. If that calls you, DM me, let me know, or comment below, and we will chat. Sending you lots of love. Enjoy your day. Tomorrow will be another day, another live, another topic, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.